Okay, I want to show you how to solve this question. It's a WAEC question and it has to do with isometric drawing. So let's look at what the instruction or question says. The elevation and plan of a component are shown below. Draw the component in isometric, making the point X the lowest. Alright, this is the front elevation and this is the plan. And we actually have three components, three parts. Okay, let me say three parts. It has three parts. So as we have in the dimensions that this is a square, I'm talking about the plan now. I'm explaining what we have in the plan. So the plan is a square. So it's a square, and so we have a circle. So this circle is for this top part. So it's for this top part. So it means we have a cylindrical top here, a cylindrical top of thickness 15 mm, and the diameter is 40 since it touched this end here. So the diameter is 40. Then we also have a cylindrical part in between the square base and also the cylindrical top. So this is the circle for this cylindrical part. All right, so the diameter of this is 40 mm as shown in the question. So the distance of this cylindrical part, which is in between the top and the base, is 15 mm. That is the height. So sorry, 50 mm, not 15. So 50 mm. And the thickness of this square base is 10 mm. So it's not actually square base, it's a cuboid. It's a cuboid. So it's 10 mm. So I'm going to explain how you can construct this. So the first thing that you need to do is to draw a cuboid. So a cuboid of width 70 mm and the height is 75, because we have 10 plus 50, that is 60, 60 plus 15, that is 75. So height 75 mm, so it's a cuboid. So you need to draw this first. So I've done it already. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to draw the cuboid of the base. So the cuboid of the base, so the length is 70 while the height is 10 mm. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I will take my ruler and measure 10 mm here. So this is 10 mm. Okay, so this is 10. So I can use my set square to transfer it. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to draw the top, so which is a cylindrical top, and the thickness is 15 mm. So I will measure 15 mm. So there is 15. And I will transfer it to the other parts. Okay, so I need to construct the cylinder. So I need to construct the cylinder. So I need to complete this part of the cylinder. So I need to make it in form of a square. So I need to form a square down here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to divide this into two parts. So this is 70 mm. So if I divide this 70 by 2, that is 35. So here I have 35 mm. So this is 35. And this also, I need to divide this into 2. So this is 35. Alright, so with my tested square, I will transfer those points to the other side, or to the opposite side. Okay. Alright. So I label this as A, and this is B. So this is point C, and this is point G. So if you have watched my video on how to construct isometric circle, this should not be difficult for you. So if I call this is E, F, and this is G, and this is H. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is to connect AC together with a straight line. So draw connect AC together, and then I will connect BG together, connect B and G together. So if you have seen my video, as I said, on how to construct isometric circle, so this should not be difficult, but if you have not seen it, so you learn it from here. I'm going to construct an isometric circle. That is what I want to do here. So I join DE together, join DE together, and DH together, join DH together. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to draw the whole circle because I don't need the whole circle, but at the top part, I'm still going to construct an isometric circle on this top part. So, but down here, I'm not going to complete the isometric circle. So I only need a little part of it. So I will draw the part that I need, and you see how it is done. So putting my compass at D and extending it to H here, to point H here. Okay, so I will draw an arc. So I draw an arc here. Okay, so I draw an arc. Then putting my compass at the point of intersection. So if I call this point, let me call this point. So let me call it, this is point 1. I'm using 4 center method to construct the isometric circle. So I have 4 centers. This is center 1, center 2, center 3, and center 4. So putting my compass at center 3 here, and this is 4. So I draw this arc, so to connect H and E together. So I'm putting my compass at point 1 here on center 1 and extending it to E. So I will draw an arc. So I draw an arc from here. So when it touches this line, I will stop it here. When it touches this point, I will stop it here. Okay, then the same thing with this, putting it at center 2. and extending it to H. So I draw an arc from here. So when it touches this line, I will stop it here. Okay, so that's it. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I need to construct an isometric circle on this top part. So here I will call this point, I will call it A prime. So this is A prime and this is B prime. This is point C prime and this is D prime. Okay, so and then I need to transfer this point, which is that 35, to this point, and this also I need to transfer it to this point here. So it's the midpoint of that 70 mm. So then I will draw, so transfer it to the other side and transfer this to the other side. Okay, so the next is, so I will join A prime C prime together with a straight line. A prime C prime, I will join them together with a straight line. Okay, then I will join, so this is point H prime and this is F prime, this is G prime and this is E prime. So I will join B prime, G prime together. And then B prime, F prime, I'll join them together with a straight line. And D prime, E prime, join them together with a straight line. And D prime, H prime, join them together with a straight line. Alright, so here it may look may not look clear to you, but to me I can see it. So this is my point 2 prime, and for this one, this is point 1 prime. Alright, so taking my compass and putting it at center 1 here, putting at center 1 and extending it to E, point here, so I can draw an arc, connect this together. Okay, alright, so putting it at center 2 here, and I can connect this together. So drawing an arc that will connect. Okay, so the next is putting my compass at B and extending it to point F prime here. Okay, can draw an arc. Okay, then putting it at D prime, so extending it here, extending it to H prime, and draw an arc, connect these together. Alright, so with what I've done here, so I can connect. So this together. Alright, and then connect this together. Okay, so I've drawn the cylindrical top. So I've drawn the cylindrical top. So the next is I need to draw the cylinder in the middle. So the cylinder in the middle. So to do that, so don't forget that the diameter of this cylindrical part in the middle is 40 mm. So the first thing I need to do is to partially complete this cuboid at the base. So I complete it partially. Then I will transfer this 35 that we have here, the distance from here to here. So I transfer it down so that I can get the midpoint or the center of the cuboid. Alright. Then I need to transfer this to the other side, to the opposite side. So this also goes to the opposite side. So I have the center here. So this is it. So as I said that the diameter of the cylinder is 40 mm. So I put my, so this is the center. This is center. So I put my ruler here and take 20 mm to both sides. So this is 20 mm here. Is 20 mm and this is also 20. I will also do the same thing. So putting this 20 here. So this is 20 and this is also 20 mm. Alright, so the next thing is to complete this. So I need to make it a square. I need to make it a square. All right. Okay. So I call this is A, this is B. So this is point C and this is point G. So this is E, F, G and H. So I will join AC together with a straight line. Join AC with a straight line. Okay, then I join BG together. And BF together. So I don't need all. So I only need, as we did for this down one that we did here. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for this. So putting my compass at D and extending it to H here. Alright, and then so putting my compass at this point here, that is point center 1. So this is center 1 and this is center 2. So putting my compass, the pinpoint of my compass here, and extending it to E, extending it to E here. I will draw an arc when it meets this line. When it meets line AC, I will stop it there. I'm putting the same radius at 2, at center 2. So extending it to H. So drawing an arc from H. Okay, so with what I've done now, so the next thing is I take my set square, so set it like this, and then I will draw. So when I will draw a vertical line. When it touches the top cylinder, I will stop it, and then bringing it here, I will do the same thing. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is that I need to tick this line so that I can bring out the visible edges of the object, the visible outlines of the object. Okay. Alright, so this is the object. This is the object. So it's as simple as I've shown it here. So all you need to do, as I said that I made a video on the construction of isometric circle. Please, if you have not learned it, please go and watch the video. Go and watch the video, and if you watch the video, you'll be able to construct this. And if you follow what I've done here too, you can do it also. So please share these videos with your friends who are technical drawing students. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I upload a new video, you can get a notification. So I really appreciate your effort in watching my videos. So thank you very much. God bless you.